ponderings on all the immigrants being sent home by the North American countries and the European countries, are we being protected by the ancestors? There are many people who have believed for many years, by design, that huge financial opportunities exist in the developed countries. And so many have risked life and limb in small boats to cross over seas and oceans to get to the promised land. And when they get there, there is the proverbial milk and honey. And many are able to live lives that are infinitely better than where they're coming from. There are also a few that have unfortunately fell into traps where they get sold into modern day slavery and prostitution and so on. But for the most part, most persons can show that leaving their land and going to America or going to Canada or going to the Middle East has been the most wonderful thing that has happened to them from a financial perspective. But are they choosing to chase the material and lose their soul in the process? That's a question to query. Many find themselves, even though they're able to make more money than they were able to make in their homeland. For example, I'm from Jamaica. A lot of people leave Jamaica and they go abroad and they do very well. But what does very well mean? Very well might mean 3 jobs, 4 jobs, struggling in the snow, going to work at 3 a.m. when it's dark, coming home when it's dark, not being able to enjoy the physical, material things that they've gained. You know? Now, a lot has happened in 2024, and there are changes afoot, not just in the US, but all over the world. And what we are seeing is a trend where the developed countries are basically saying, you need to go back home. All over Europe, they're trying to send all the immigrants back. All over the US and even in Canada, they are looking to send the immigrants back to their homelands. Should we resist it, or should we look at this rejection as a redirection that could possibly save our hides? And let me tell you why I say that. There is going to be a lot of shifting in this coming period. And when I say shifting, I'm talking about geopolitically, economically, financially, and spiritually. And perhaps it is that some of us need to be back in the land of our births to ride out this shifting that is taking place. Let us all look for a moment. We're all moving to different parts of the world for different reasons. And perhaps one might have left one area in pursuit of financial gains. And that's good. You want to feed your family. You want to send money back home for your family. But perhaps the time has come for you, now that you have amassed a certain amount of resources, to go back home and take with you the perspectives and the exposure that you've had to different ways of doing things. Take it back home and see what you can bring home to benefit your community and your family. What you can teach them that you have learned. So instead of resisting, I believe very strongly that there is a divine timing and a divine design behind us, for example, as melanated people being sent back home to our homelands, whether our homelands are in the Caribbean or it's on the continent. We should not resist. We should not fight. We should understand that perhaps this is our ancestors' way of protecting us from something that we should not experience. The truth is, in the coming weeks, months, years, there is going to be a shift, but there's going to be two separate realities taking place. And I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but stay with me. The New World Order is being pushed, and there is no secret anymore. They want to collapse the financial sectors and certain economies to bring in the New World Order. But parallel to the New World Order is what is being touted as New Earth. And New Earth is exactly the opposite of the New World Order. The New World Order is about control, domination, greed, manipulation, subjugation. New Earth is about freedom, sovereignty, alignment with natural time, alignment with natural cycles, eating naturally, keeping the body healthy and strong, using natural foods, fruits, nature, and so on. Perhaps the very act of sending you back home is placing you to be more aligned with the new earth experience rather than the new world order experience. And here's the thing. The new world order is going to have the carrots dangling. The digital currency, the access to more money, the access to a job, the access to housing and fancy electric cars, automated, smart cities, and so on. And some people are going to be attracted to that glitter and that technology driven lifestyle. But it's a trap. And so think very carefully in the next couple of months as to what you will choose. Will you choose the glitzy, glossy, high-tech, fast life, or will you take the slow, easy, free life that is not time-bound? Right? A lot of us are going to fall into the trap of going with the glitzy technology, fancy lifestyle. But when you choose, you choose. And when you choose, you're going to be in that situation for a long time. So choose well. Think about it again. Do the research. Don't just follow the narrative that is trending most on your devices, because AI is designed to get everyone getting the same narrative and falling into a trap. Do your research, follow your intuition, and make decisions that will promote your lineage being around in the next generation.